into that yet, so
Okay.
that's probably not. That's not coming up yet.
Okay.
This people online are calling these people the garbage people, the garbage group,
Really?
garbage something because they look so dirty.
Okay.
So I don't know what to call
clean
them.
in the post-apocalypse.
Well, these people are dirtier than normal, dirtier than your average survivor. So they encircle Rick and the group. Tons of guns. Over 200 people are here?
Enough to take down Negan, I think.
Yeah, looks like an army. They're warriors, and that's and then Rick smiles. Rick, at all these guns in his face, right up to it, and he's just smiling.
What could who could that possibly be? I mean, it could only be two things. It could only be Father Gabriel. He sees him again.
No way.
No way. Well, it's possibly. I didn't say it's definitive.
He's not going to smile seeing the person that was probably kidnapped.
Well, it's like, hey, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but who else would make him smile that way? Like Dwight?
Oh, not a person. No, this has to be
A situation. You mean that he's smiling at?
He's smiling because things are starting to look up. He got that dynamite. He got a couple of people on his side. Now he comes to this group that aren't Negan's group. It's like 200 warriors with tons of guns.
Right.
He just has to convince them into fighting with him.
That's it. That's all he has to do. He couldn't convince anybody else.
No, but I mean, he definitely sees the hope in it.
I guess so.
Okay, we have a chance. I have a lot of work to do to convince these people not to kill us, but
I think that's a good. I think that's a good chance. I feel like your theory bodes a lot better than what people are saying. I guess. Well, I don't know. They were saying it's Dwight. Maybe there was what discussions they were saying that was who else could it be that he sees? But
Rick has no reason to smile by seeing Dwight.
No, he doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
He has not very much of a reason to smile by seeing Father Gabriel. He needs an explanation.
What about Heath?
No reason to smile. Nobody cares about Heath. It's like, that's not enough. Like, if he sees Heath and there's all these people at him with guns, it's still not a reason to smile. It's a reason to be a little more panicked. It's like, oh, you have one more of our people. I think this was just like a hopeful moment for him. It was a moment where he's...
Yeah, I could buy into that a lot more than him recognizing somebody, that's for sure.
Yeah. Because he'll do his speech and he'll talk about how they're all on the same side here and they have a common goal, and it is to take down the saviors.
And it didn't work with, the kingdom, but...
Yeah.
Or okay, if I have to narrow down to one more individual...
Yeah.
Maybe Richard. No, it can't be, but it could be. But just because I feel like he's the one who had the most spunk to go, before any of them, to go after Negan. And he would go behind, Ezekiel's back. Who knows?
No, I don't think there's anybody. So. Short of Laurie showing up again as a ghost, he's not going to smile.
Okay.
For any one person. So yeah, I think that's it. That's where the episode ends.
It is. Yeah, just that grin.
So much better than some of the episodes in the past. What do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to slow it down from here? Because
of course they will.
They moved through a lot of story in one episode. They went to 2 different locations. 2 or 3?
Yeah.
2? They went
3.
to the hilltop. They went to the kingdom.
They're on that highway and back at Alexandria.
Yeah, but I just meant like people they're going to convince. So they got 2 groups not convinced. They got a few people from the hilltop, and Daryl's working on the kingdom.
On the kingdom, but I think we're probably going to see the sanctuary at some point. I don't know. We don't have a reason to go to the sanctuary. None of the characters are actually there, so I don't know what.
Yeah, we don't have a reason to go yet. The only,
a whole episode without Negan. Imagine that.
Well, we heard of him. We had a couple of episodes without Negan too, last season. And
it was too much.
Yeah.
It was too much, and it was that's what he wasn't scary anymore when we saw him so often. He lost his intimidation to me. Hearing him on the walkie, that was like something that was like, oh, okay, it's like he's still around, having that voice, that overbearing voice, because it sounds like he is like part of a larger, they call him the saviors. He's got to be some sort of like methodical, not methodical, but like
methodical.
Not methodical.
He's still on the payroll.
Yeah, whatever. It's just he still has a. He has his godlike attribute,
I don't know where you're coming with all this.
Oh, well, they're called the saviors. You know what I mean? We've seen so many biblical references throughout the season, and that's like Negan. Sees himself, portrays himself as a god of these people, as a savior of these people.
Sure, whatever you want.
That's the point. That is the analogy.
Well, that's a take on it. I don't know if Negan necessarily thinks of it too much as a biblical reference.
Oh.
Jesus is more of a biblical reference.
Oh, he is, but he's
Negan
not.
is.
But he's not in the same position as Negan is. So Negan being in that position would definitely take on that
Yeah.
role. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to say about this episode, David? Any research you've done on it? Any articles you've read?
Besides,
This is your time.
Yeah, I know. Besides, Greg and Katero having almost not doing that whole clotheslining scene,
Which is weird. How does he just decide not? Like, did he decide to do it the day of? Because that takes some planning.
I know. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just because what these had in the script, and then before they decide to set everything up, I guess they did that. But I don't know how. I don't know. I honestly don't know where. I don't know. But it's just it looked good. Again, we don't understand fully the context of it, but it's whatever. We'll see what this goes. We'll see how that's gonna have an effect. We said Rick's gonna leave it. They needed walkers being on that highway. We'll see how that comes to use.
Yeah. Yeah, this half season's starting off pretty good. Starting off pretty solid. Let's see how quickly it will descend into,
Descend to war or ascend to war? Descend to war.
They're not getting to the war this season.
You don't think so?
No way. No way. They got another season to milk this.
Right.
All right. So we good? We done here?
We're good.
All right.
Waiting on the feedback, see what happens.
Yeah, we didn't get any feedback this week, but it's still early. And we're going to be recording Monday nights, so get it in fast. You can send your feedback, comments to thecastingdead@gmail.com. Yeah. Send that in. Also go to iTunes. Leave us a review. Leave us a rating. I'm going to mention Daryl Banner. I haven't mentioned his name in a while.
That's
He does
true,
theme music. So check out more of his stuff. Daryl Banner's channel on YouTube for more 16-bit music.
Which is fantastic.
Pretty great. And that's going to do it for us tonight. So, David, until next time.
Until next time.
Take care.
Bye-bye.